Сегодня продолжаем прохождение Kingdom Come Deliverance. Мы отправились с паном Янчиком в Небаков. И на этом наш стрим закончился. Мы высвободили его из темницы, поговорили с паном Отто. И он же нас направил в этот Небаков. Так что можем начинать. Вкратце я рассказал, что было на прошлом стриме. А пока я вхожу, не забудьте подписаться на мой канал и поставить лайк. Что это? Что такое-то подключение? Интересно. Я никогда такого не видел. Это походу... Может, кто-то через телефон хочет подключиться к плазме? Но хотя такая движуха есть только в Ютубе.
Не знаю, шашок.
Так, я не знаю, было вам видно или нет, кто-то пытался подключиться. Начнем. Не забудьте подписаться на канал и поставить лайк. Спасибо. Я проверить звук? Сейчас проверю. Нога чешется. Раз. Что такое задержка большая? Да? Ладно. Так, что у нас тут? Нам надо было пройти за кем-то из стражников. О, тут есть кузнец, это хорошо. А где этот помощник делся? Кто из них вообще? Какое задание с помощником?
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
He's calling his loyal men to arms, to fight back against the bandits running rampant in the region.
Now you're talking. It's about time. They've been causing trouble around these parts as well. How many men does Lord von Berghoff have?
I don't know.
Не будем рассказывать всех планов.
Well, hopefully enough. I bet my left nut Lord Yaromir will send me. Tell me one thing, though, because I can't wrap my head around it. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Perkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaromir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems.
Блять, пока настраивал себе кресло, проебал весь разговор.
Significant.
One of the most significant in the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him. Look who I'm serving. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaromir, but He barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it.
Давай.
We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
Сейчас ты получишь ПСД. Давай драться, никаких
You
разговоров.
don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in the little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Длинный меч.
Give me a longsword.
You must fancy yourself a master swordsman. I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on. Well then.
I could watch this all day.
А, нет!
A good fight.
Вы чё, какой сдаться? А?
Почему тогда задание одолеть Михаила в поединке ставилось галочкой, если его не одолеть?
Не, ну типа поучаствовать с ним в этом поединке. Что это? Я должен с ним поговорить опять, да? Давай. Блядь. Он просто сказал, ты готов, но я думал ответить, и думал, первый ответ будет, конечно. Все эти дела. Давай резче. Садись за свой стол. Миша, блядь. Сел за стол.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Zwerk and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear
Greetings
it.
to you.
You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories.
Давай.
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself say so.
He's calling.
Now, how many? Well, I bet why. So your mum.
One of them most.
Well, and you're
His escort.
fair. Well, you've got weekend.
I accept.
Then you.
Let's
Давай
do it,
драться.
Michael.
You don't have
Ничего не
to
буду
ask
отвечать в
twice.
этот раз,
We
блядь.
got
Сейчас опять
some
что-то
blunt old
накладываю.
weapons for practice. We don't want to.
That's-
We'll do
Давай,
it.
давай, давай. Длинный
Give me a
меч.
lot. You give me.
I could watch this all day.
Что, сдаешься?
I'm hit. Christ! I'm hit.
Давай, давай, иди сюда. Вот так вот. Сейчас собаку на тебя натравлю.
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's honour has been defended.
Ha! That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honour to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon.
Надеюсь,
She'll
недорого
be
стоит.
happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
Добро.
Oh, what a nice day.
Мне бы где-то умыться. Ладно, тут не умоешься. Так, кузнец, а ну.
Greetings. Do you need something?
It's nice to meet someone from the trade. I'm also a blacksmith.
Is that so? Good lord, I wouldn't have expected that. You must have had a slice of luck to be hanging out with nobles. Me and my brother wanted to get out of the smithing trade, but something always brought us back. I'm Steer. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Henry. How's trade? The plates here. Is that your work?
Well, I wish. If I could make stuff like that, me and my brother wouldn't be stuck here. We just keep it in good nick. Mend it when the lads get it beat up, which they do all the time.
Aye. You need a furnace so hot that sparks fly. Then it's a lot easier.
If sparks fly, pal, you fucked up. The steel loses its strength.
Oh, really?
Aye, really. I wouldn't hang around here if I was you. You could do yourself a mischief, Master Blacksmith.
Ах ты, сука.
You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. So he just helps out where he can. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. But times is hard. This way, at least we're together. That's the main thing. Have you got anyone next to you on life's journey?
I have my lord, and that's all I need.
I understand. I won't mind being a noble's retainer myself. What's he like, actually?
Brave and just.
Так, ну давайте вот эти ваши.
And what's your lord like?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about him behind his back. Better leave it at that. I reckon it's time I got back to work. See you later.
Ты давай мне свои товары показывай. Пиздец. Я что, просто с ним поговорить сюда пришел? Мне бы продать мое. Ладно, идемте посмотрим то задание. Что мне не нравится, это крепость, тут вообще почти ничего нету. Или все там. Козлик, блядь. Ты кто такой, козлик?
What's this about? I've got work to do.
Hold on. I
Это
know
ж
you
этот,
from
который
somewhere,
сказки
don't I?
рассказывал.
Bollocks. You've got me mixed up with someone. I don't know you from Adam.
No, I'm serious. I've seen you somewhere before.
Aye? Where was that then?
Я должен помнить, где я его видел. В Тахове, может.
I think I saw you in Takov. They've got that maypole there. You know the one, don't you?
Aye, I know. I heard about that somewhere. In the tavern in Zheleov, they said they're out to get that maypole. They're going to cut it down.
No, not Zhelyov. I'm talking about Takov.
I heard what you said, but I've never been there.
Oh.
Look, you made a mistake, that's all. We all make mistakes.
I apologize.
It's all right. It can happen to anyone. It was good to see you, my friend.
Что здесь есть?
Hey,
Шо?
hey!
Понял,
You're
понял.
out here.
А чё нельзя туда? Шо там такого, блядь?
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you not to go any further.
Все, валю, блядь. А куда вообще мне здесь в этом вашем небаковском замке можно ходить? Даже разогнаться негде, блядь. Что у меня по деньгам? 4500. А, так я еще дрался с этим длинным мечом. Ёб твою мать. Старый какой-то. Я его продать вообще должен. Так, а тут что мне нужно проспрашивать за лошади? По-любому какой-то конюх должен быть.
Careful! Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Нет.
Right. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
Что, может, интересного расскажет? Ну не дай бог ты меня сейчас куда-то приманку ведешь. Перерублю всех. Главное, чтобы он не оказался педофилом.
Hey, sir, hear me out, please.
All right. I'm on.
It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Yaromir on Lord von Bergov's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaromir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaromir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go. And there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
Не понял. Что за подставы? Что ты сшиваешься?
Huh? I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
No, I'm perfectly all right. And I don't like people creeping up on me. On your way.
You're an honored guest. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like some wild boar. All your needs will be taken care of in the fortress, as hospitality demands.
А ну иди сюда, блядь.
There ain't nothing to see here, sir. Unless you've got a thing for chickens.
Шутник какой, блядь, а?
Good day.
Вот и конюх, а ну давай поговорим с тобой.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
Don't try that on with me. I'm the retainer of Lord Capon of Perkstein. So bear that in mind and start talking.
A retainer should know it ain't done to talk about lord's business behind their backs. And if his retainership ain't chicken and knows how to sit on a horse, he could take part in a little friendly race.
I want to hear about the horses.
And I want to see what you can do in the saddle.
Да ты, сука, какой, а?
Don't try that on me. My pa was a blacksmith, so I had horseshoes and hooves in my hand before I could walk. And I've met enough horse folk to know you shouldn't trust them further than you can throw them.
What do you mean?
The horses. Where did Lord Nebat get them?
All right, if you insist. Well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Where did you fight with them?
Not far from the stream that feeds into Nabarkov Pond. They were just watering their horses when we charged them.
Good for you.
Too right. It wasn't easy.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area. It would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
Ну давайте попробуем.
Thy will be done. The race is from here to Nabarkov Mill. That's down the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out. None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair. Let's do it.
Great. I'll call Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
Да, только я, блядь, не понял, куда там скакать надо.
What does that Pelzel eat? His breath stinks.
Блядь.
Go.
Давай. Сивка, блядь. Сейчас доиграйся, что я, блядь, загружу часть, где тебя можно обменять. Давай. Сука, блядь.
Quick. Quick.
Да, блядь, что за нахер?
Quick. Quick.
Куда вообще скакать?
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you.
Куда он поскакал?
You're the kind master, huh? What are you gawking at? Ride! Fuck it, make them hooves ring out!
Куда? Что происходит? Куда вообще скакать надо было? Я что ничего не понял. Что я ничего не вдупляю, блядь. Я думал, мы сюда вернулись и все. Вы что, серьезно? Ебать. Ай, блядь. Это какой-то пиздец. Да... Там были какие-то скачки, блядь. Ну, я думал, что нам надо было доскакать до замка и все. Думаю, ну загружу заново, типа. Потому что там ускакал куда-то дальше этот штемп. Потом понял, что я проебался, там надо было не скакать до замка, а вокруг замка, походу. Ну, короче, не дочитал. Точнее, не то, что не дочитал, я не понял вообще. Они объясняют это на словах, как будто я, блядь, тут в этом небакове, блядь. Всю жизнь брожу.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. His work has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. I heard lots of...
He's called...
Now, well, why? Well, you...
One of them...
Well, and you're...
His escort.
Well, you got... We can...
I accept.
Then you...
Let's do it.
You don't... We don't...
That's it.
We'll do it.
Some sword.
I try. Give me him.
Crikey. They're going at
Who do you think will have to repair it, eh?
Ну, блядь.
Put on neighbor!
Whack him!
Put on neighbor!
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah.
Lord,
All on here. If you, she'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I'm not. What's wrong? And if you want.
Да и как-то тут все еще запутано с этим Небаковым. Что какой-то селянин говорит, что пана давно не было видно, а всем заправляют солдаты.
Sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold.
А почему опять боевой меч у меня здесь? Я думал, я буду своим драться.
Can't they? Very wise.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Ой, блядь, с этими скачками еще тоже, конечно, блядь.
Hey, sir. It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen...
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see...
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaromir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge. They told us they're Sir Yaromir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go. And there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are... They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't...
Huh? I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. I may have the ears of a fox and the eyes of a hawk. I'm nothing like a hare, though.
Well, I've got the nose of a wolf, so watch out. You're an honored guest. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like some wild boar. All your needs will be taken care of in the fortress, as hospitality demands.
Так, надо сохраниться сейчас будет сразу, потому что я с этими скачками, бля. Ну все, ну лошади.
More in the stables, and a big corral with even more outside the village. That's a lot more than I'd expect here. Wonder where a lot...
Сохранить игру, да. Приятного.
About got them all. Maybe that Pel's...
Так, а ну сейчас. Загрузить. Да, это оно. Давай, конюх, блядь.
Lovely. Oh, there must be... What stroke of luck?
Look.
So there is...
Bollocks. Why? We some...
Don't try that on me. And I met...
What do you mean?
The horses.
All right. Well, we came to come and...
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe you could help it. And if you...
Бля, надо было ж опять перечитать то, что он говорит по поводу, куда скакать надо. Ладно.
The race is at the mill.
вот
There's
оно.
this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman.
Ну, кто возвращается в крепость, тот и победил.
None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair. Let's do it.
Great. I'll call Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
What does that Pelzer eat? His breath stinks. Quick! Ka! Ka! Go! Ka! Go! Ka! Go! Quick! Push it now! Go! Go!
Блядь. Ну, бля.
Quick!
Сивка, ёб твою мать.
Quick! Ka! Quick! Ka! Go! Go!
Тихо, тихо, Сивочка, давай.
Go!
Ба, это получается из-за того, что я там чуть-чуть не доехал. Оно не засчиталось мне.
You're right. Great race. Is Hurtle really your best horseman?
He certainly is. But you're a different class altogether, I see. You beat Hurtle, so, like I promised, the saddle is yours.
The pleasure is all mine.
If you're so delighted, race again.
Еще разок. Не, хорош. Я вам что тут, блядь, скакун?
Well, Henry, fancy a game of dice?
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
If there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, or you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
Я понимаю.
You were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Не будем пока ничего. Один говорит, что... Один сказал, что лошади они забрали у разбойников, а другой мне говорит, что якобы у него было наследство. Ну, тут у них вопрос, почему так много лошадей у этого пана. Я у одного раз спросил, он мне говорит, что они у разбойников забрали, а второй говорит, что там по наследству ему досталось и конями рассчитались. Пиздунцы. Так, что мне надо выяснить, исследовать это, да? Ой, что я сделал? А, это главное. Побочные. А, подождите, а что это было? Это ж этот. Книгу надо было украсть. Это троски. Ага, найти книгу для мельника в тросках. Так я же был там в замке Троски. Чего у меня она помечена как этот? Угу. А это типа те, что я прошел, да? Угу. Прикольно, только сейчас заметил это. Так, исследовать этот замок. Какого хера мне перекинул? Где мой персонаж? Могу я увеличить карту? Ублизить, точнее. А может, у этого можно что разузнать?
I hear you're a keen dice player.
You heard damn right. All that traveling must have worn you right out. Take the weight off your feet then, and we'll shake and roll while you wait for your lord. I play for high stakes and all. I have some lovely badges too, if you're interested.
Ну давай сыграем в кости. Всем привет, кто приходит на стрим. Оставайтесь, думаю, будет интересно.
Would you like to throw some dice?
Сейчас мы будем
What game
выяснять,
would you
что
like to
тут не так в этом замке. Давай без блях. По-крупному играешь? Разве 130 это крупно?
Courtiers from me.
Let's play. You're a pleasure to play against. Do me the honor of
Смотри,
another
как я
game.
тебя сейчас с
Maybe
первой
you're not
партии
playing for the
раздену.
first time, but you can't beat me.
А, мы на 4000 играем очков. А ничего, сейчас. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6. И что у нас? Еще один запрос.
Why'd I even start playing?
Раз, два, три, 4, 5,
God be with you.
6.
Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. My God, why?
Шо, остался без
Why do I
трусів?
even play?
Бля, я думал, мне что расскажет.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Ладно, хоть 130 этих выиграл. А я сюда входить могу? Повар.
If you're hungry, I left something outside on the table. It's all yours. No doubt you're used to better fare, but it's all we got. So I hope you won't mind.
Так в смысле украсть? Он сам сказал, что я могу поесть. Пиздец. Опа, понял, мне сюда нельзя. Бля, а куда мне вообще можно? Тут мало того, что разогнаться негде, так еще в половину здания мне заходить нельзя. Барбос. Ладно, убігтесь.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Well, it's nice to meet someone from the trade.
Is that me and my... I'm still...
Henry. You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. So he just helps out where he can. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. Have you got a...
I haven't.
Iron. What's he like?
Brave. I've learned that it's
I reckon it's time I got back. Farewell. And take a bath for goodness sake. You look awful.
Кто меня ищет? Просто непонятно, от чего тут этот. Ну, мне надо разузнать об этом замке. А у кого же разузнать? Мало того, что маленький, половину частей замка заходить мне нельзя.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
God be with you, sir. I hope you won't want for anything here, or find it...
Этот, который сказки рассказывает.
What's this about? I've got...
Hold on.
Ball
Так, у меня есть вторая попытка. В Тахове нет.
I saw you in the... Sorry if I overdid it a bit. I wasn't having a good day.
Nor would I have if I was there, but I...
Really?
Aye, really. Look,
Тоже его там не
it's all
было.
right. Take care, friend.
Ну, хер с тобой.
God be with you, sir. I hope you won't want for anything here, or find it...
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you not to go any further. I'm sure they'll take good care of you up in the fortress.
Why can't I go there if you don't mind me asking?
Because there's work going on there, sir. Repairing the fortifications, cutting wood, sharpening stakes. There's like an anthill there. Nothing worth seeing, if you ask me. You get in the lad's way, and God forbid you might have an unfortunate accident. I can't let that happen. I'm sure you understand.
All right. I understand.
Thanks for being so understanding, sir.
Может сюда ночью зайти? А, ну давайте.
Wait for him at the stables.
Угу. Ну тут что-то нечистое, 100%. Да свали с дороги ты, козел. Да должен, только дайте пройти, блядь. Где мой пан? А, он уже на улице. Ой, бля, какие, сука. Козлы они тут.
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need it. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put it like that. And I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all. Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really? Like what?
They're not so loud.
The horses, you mean?
One of the local villagers was very keen to talk. He said Sir Yaramir never had such a big garrison until now. The mercenaries arrived a while ago, at his invitation, they say, but he hasn't seen any sign of Sir Yaramir since. Another thing I noticed is that they look a lot meaner than normal lads. He was very furtive about telling me. And then he scarpered, before anyone could accuse him of telling tales.
Well, that may seem a bit odd, but Nebak explained everything. He hired mercenaries to defend the fortress.
Wait, that's not all.
All right. You can tell me on the way.
I agree.
Oh, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Berghoff.
Так, для начала мне надо отдохнуть, мне надо с книгой разобраться.
I need a rest after that long journey.
Don't you think we ought to hurry? You told me yourself things look suspicious at Nabokov Fortress. Lord von Berghoff should hear about your findings sooner rather than later, if you ask me.
Ну ладно.
You're right. Let's go and see von Berghoff.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
Так, ну давай начнем пока
I
с
spoke
селян.
to one of the villagers. He said there's a large band of mercenaries at Nebokov now, and they often ride out into the countryside.
Yes. Nebak hired mercenaries to protect the fortress. I spoke to him about them.
So Yaromir has hired mercenaries to protect the fortress? But he only sends me 5 men?
The villager was scared to death of those mercenaries. He would only talk to me in secret.
Ah. Is that all?
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebokov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Semine stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. So Yaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nebak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, Henry, you have convinced me. It seems something serious is going on at Nebakov. And we will have to get to the bottom of it. Which we might be able to do surprisingly soon, with a bit of luck. Because we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men have...
Давайте я. Можно я буду пытать его?
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner. And it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But a bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Yeah.
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
А мне как раз хочется кого-то попытать. Я только за.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Так, не, за мельником мы. Блять, а может... Сука, мельник. Сдать его или нет? Ну, давай до
Nomads have
кочевника.
settled at Vidlak.
I know. I met their voivod. I cannot deny I would rather they moved away. But they have a charter from King Sigismund that entitles them to stay here. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
Thank you, sir.
А что за подарок? Почему я не вижу в углу, что мне что-то дали?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.
Так, а давайте сейчас выполним второстепенное. Где у нас вот это, да? Ага.
What is it?
Prepare a bath.
Of course. It's
Так,
no
а ну,
problem.
я хочу с тобой поговорить. Остановись.
I'm sorry.
Давай побазарим. Ну ты гнида. Так, из основных у нас что получается? Поговорить с этим, да?
Greetings.
Но если не ошибаюсь, то здесь показывается сзади меня где-то, да? Что сзади меня? Там, наверное, где-то книгу надо искать. Давайте сначала с писарем поболтаем. Где у нас писарь? Ох ты ж, ё-моё. Вспомнить. А я могу вообще туда ходить? Писарь, писарь, писарь. Наверное, писарь где-то здесь. Ты писарь, писарь. А ну чего ты можешь меня научить?
What is this about?
Пиздец у вас сцены.
I'd like to hear some news from the world.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
Надо будет сейчас у него забрать мои монеты обратно.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
I'll have a talk with Nickvard and find out what the problem is.
You think I haven't tried? But since you've already offered to address this pressing situation, listen to what I've learned. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nickvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook, Regina, the maid, and Hirsch, the hand.
I reckon those aren't the only 3 people that know him.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner. Which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkov's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
I'll help you. I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nickvard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
I won't keep you any longer.
Так, 500 монет моих верни. 120, 10, 5, 25. А где мои монеты? Я не понял. Ты чё? Двадцать три, 5, 17. Вот гнида. Ничего. Я еще вернусь к себе. Так, с кем мне там надо? С кухаркой вроде бы поговорить. Угу, хорошо. Кухарка где-то здесь.
God be with you.
Не ты, ты кухарка, да?
Greetings.
Bertha, instead of devils, I need your help now with Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libac to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Did he say where he was headed?
I can't say. I promised Lord Libac his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Libac's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
Well, if a nobleman's secret is worth so much, how about this? That'll buy you more than one book.
I suppose Lord Libac wouldn't mind. And do you have the exact amount?
Of course.
So many groschen. I promise I'll split it with Lord Libac when I see him, and I'll explain everything.
But now tell me, what's the medicine for?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
Just say it. He shot himself.
It was in the privy down below the Crone. By the training ground, below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters, though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead, and only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us, and I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file, I must say. He did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
I apologize.
А ну, уходи отсюда. Мне надо своих 200 монет забрать. Так и будете смотреть друг на дружку? Ну ладно, бабка, я все равно у тебя заберу свои 200 монет. Информация твоя херня. Ой, ладно. Не поприветствовал стражника, ничего страшного. Пошел он в сраку. Так, что я тебе могу продать? А, я, кстати, не пострял, ну погодь. У кого? У меня, может, седло лучше? А, бля, подождите, это что мне надо сначала? Где моя лошадь? Иди сюда. Катерина. Так, где это седло? На лошадь. Значит, ее можно продать, да? В сумку. Сумку. Все, продаю все, что мне тут ненужное.
How can I help you today, friend?
I'll have a look at the wares.
А в смысле, она сказала? Это разве не конюх? Она же сказала мне, что можно у конюха еще. Точнее, не она, а кто-то другой. Так, это в корзину. Шо? Шо у нас такое дешевое? А, у него даже денег столько нету, блядь. Сколько же у него всего денег? Ладно.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Что мне жарковато. Как ты дела?
Нормально. У тебя?
Хорошо, только что тут непонятно с этими книгами. А я с часом уже не украл эти книги.
Не знаю, столько много книжек уже украл, что я не знаю.
Так, хорошо. Что здесь говорится? Ну, конюху. Ты конюх? Или ты просто этот? Кто из вас конюх, блядь?
What are you here for, friend?
Значит, получается, он не конюх. А где у них конюх? Ой, боже мой. Ладно. А, кстати, знаешь, что я хотел? Я хотел пойти к сапожнику. Может, у него сапоги какие-то хорошие есть. Что я бегаю в каких-то поношенных там.
Nice and slow.
Я просто ни разу еще не видел сапожника.
Whoa, whoa.
What a beautiful horse. About time.
Вау. Шорник? А ну, что ты можешь починить? А давай это почини.
Great. I'm glad you found.
Поговорить.
What would you like?
Торговать.
Show me your wares.
Перчатки. А, так подожди, у меня же эти доспехи на ногах. Так у него тут все, что хочешь есть. И на лошадь. А, хорошо. Блин, надо было ему, значит, продать эти. Эти хуже, да, чем у меня? Давай, это тебе продам. Подкову и вот эту штуку. Сколько? 125?
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well,
135.
very well then. Thank
Отлично.
you, and a good day to you, friend.
Хорошо. Сейчас, значит, поспим. Ты кто такой? Что здесь интересного есть?
I'm sorry.
Чему я с ним
Good
могу
evening,
поговорить?
my friend. What do you need?
А,
I'm
он
looking for
знает что-то.
Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Liback. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing. Hmm?
Он конюх?
What do you mean, forgot?
Nick Liback, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Berghoff, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nickvard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
I understand, sure. Just tell me what you want, and let's not delay.
A sword.
Меч?
Sword? Hmm? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway.
Steal a sword? That sounds like something a spy would do.
Not a spy who wants to help von Berghoff's most loyal servant. By servant, I mean me. See, once I get a sword, I'll fill you in on Nickvard's task.
You wanted a sword? So look at what I got for you.
Ой.
I don't want an invisible sword. Them are spy swords. Suspicious.
Блять.
Listen, Hirsch.
Don't try any word games on me. Persuasion, threats. I know about them. Deeds talk louder than words. For example, like bringing me a sword.
I'll gladly give you some groschen to buy your own sword.
Only spies pay bribes. Unless you had more groschen than a common spy would have. Then I'd believe you ain't one of them. Do you have that much?
Ты чё, пёс? 5 штук.
I'm not going to pay you that much.
You want to hang on to your...
I'll think of a way to convince you.
Пошел он
I'm
нахер.
sorry.
5 кусков.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Так. А ну давайте-ка. Это... Мне, может, больше денег не будет. Пока это продать. А чего ему не мог продать этот боевой меч? О! Это краденое? Бля, оно до сих пор отмечается как краденое? Вашу мать.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, I suppose... Hi.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Блять, зря только этой херню занимался. В смысле? А. Не моя хата. Сейчас будем выяснять, где эта книга.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Значит, я не туда иду, да? По идее, где-то сюда. Так где же она? По идее, значит, получается, это здесь. Да, бля, я вечно не то открываю. Так, если идти, ну, получается, прямо где-то, да? Это я выйду на улицу, правильно? Нет. Теперь я на улице. Да, бля, опять. Где же эта книга? Где у меня есть еще мечи? Ладно, если с конюхом не получилось, то там еще есть. Служанка, а где ж служанка?
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Как же тут разобраться с этим всем? Ой, блядь, что ты открываешь? Закрой обратно ее. Ты к сундуку вообще должен был подойти. Вот это возьму. О, кухарка. А ну где мои 200 монет? Это не 200 монет. Где уже приныкала? Что ж у вас все так печально в карманах? Так, ладно, идем отсюда. Чуть на этого не спрыгнул. Кто же здесь живет?
Praise God.
Ой, что вообще непонятно. Где мне эту книгу искать?
Ой, может, на зарядку? Что такое? Почему не заряжается?
Так, ладно. Попробуем поспать, купить меч и отнести этому дураку, блин.
Good to see you.
Да поприветствуй. Ну все. Если это не проканает, пошел в сраку тот конюх, блядь. Да зайди ты.
Oh, you pooch.
Да потому что ты этот факел уже наконец-то. Потому что нет вообще этого кузнеца. А на кого он рычит? Барбос, ты чё? Иди сюда. А, тебя покормить. Что я смог взять только что? Полынь. Да она вонючая, ну я нахер. Так, ты. Во-первых, почини мне все, что мне надо. Тут это и это. Починить.
I've been thinking about that, and so you see I'm not a complete piece of shit. Take whatever you want from my shop.
Давай сюда.
Next time, be careful about who you make a fool of. What do you have for sale?
Ну вот этот ему куплю.
Word
Не
about
дай
the price.
бог.
Aye, that'll do. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Где он там батрачит?
You silly doggy.
Да, где-то здесь.
Good day to you.
About Nickford.
Got that sword yet, spy?
You wanted a sword?
Так, какой ему меч нужен? Я что не дуплять не гоняю.
I don't want an invisible sword. Let me...
I'll think of a way to convince you.
Меня начинает бесить уже. И к херам тогда ту. Хорошо, даже если типа поговорить со служанкой. Тут этих служанок. Ой, либо я опять что-то в диалоге пропустил, либо я чего-то не догоняю. И хоть одна из служанок.
Good day to you.
Все, идите в сраку. Идем по основе. Где этот? К пыткам. Сейчас вот это выясним, кто вот это такая. А, купальни.
What can I do for you, sir? What'll it be then?
Постираем мне вещи.
I need a hot.
All right.
I'll gladly pay.
You. The water's nearly cold, but I think we got you all cleaned up.
Благодарю. Идем пытать. Ей. Ян.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
В смысле придется, я с удовольствием попытаю.
You're right. In short, it's our task.
But don't get the wrong idea. I'm also hoping we'll manage it without nasty shit.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can.
I've been thinking about that tour.
And? Are you ready? Von Bergov will soon lose patience.
Let's do it.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Сейчас мы это узнаем.
Thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you? If you're not guards.
That's none of your concern now. You'll die today anyway.
So, you can talk too, eh? Tough fella.
Not just talk. He's good with the screws.
Yeah, yeah. Is yapping all you're good for?
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse.
Oh.
You whoreson traitor.
Осмотреть клещи.
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Так, в смысле, что ты их положил?
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Where's that band of yours hiding? You're playing the hero here, but we already know where you rats are holed up.
You don't know shit.
Ой-ой.
You'll tell me, or
what?
Or you're gonna suffer. I'll show you how those instruments are used. You'll experience it all firsthand. And other parts.
I've seen bigger fellows than you break down and cry before Henry.
They always have a problem bidding farewell to their little cocks.
Go fuck yourselves. We have a camp in Nabarkov. Is that enough? You'll never get there anyway.
I knew something wasn't quite right.
Fuck! We were right in the lion's mouth. How did you manage that?
Old Nabark is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, he didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you!
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin. You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
I want to know now.
Kurva! Fuck! I don't know him personally.
Say his name.
They call him Jan. But that's all I know. For fuck's sake!
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
I don't remember.
Наконец-то.
Then let me jog your memory.
Wait! Wait! No!
Посмотрим, как сейчас ты запоешь.
All right! All right! He's with
Так
us!
бы и сразу.
So he's behind it. I could have guessed as much.
Bollocks! He just joined us. I was against it. Some puffed up cock from Hungary or some other shithole, but his grudge against old Otto convinced a lot of people. And the commander too.
Why were you against him? Talk.
He was just odd. Seemed to me he didn't even want to go into battle. What's the point of a fella like that, right?
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobro.
Henry!
Does he, or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
Пытать, конечно. Ты мне сейчас все расскажешь.
I don't know anything about any fucking sword! Really?
Henry! That's not what we're here for!
He knows him! He must know about it!
Burn in hell, you filthy bastard!
He's not worth it! Stop!
All right.
Да какой стоп?
All right. Why would some mercenary from God knows where want to kill Otto von Berghoff? It doesn't add up. Someone must be supporting him.
Your ma gives all kinds of support every night.
Где мои щипцы? Взять
You should
инструмент.
start behaving reasonably, or it'll truly end badly.
Badly for you. You'll swing on the gallows, bastards!
I asked what else you know about the captain.
Ah! 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 I don't know anything else about him. Truly. He's some nobleman who actually cares about the local folk. I don't know anything else. Fuck off!
Не верю.
I don't believe you.
Ah! Fuck you, bastard! Are you deaf?
Рассказывай
Hey,
давай.
easy now. He's had enough. Don't overdo it.
Да ничего с ним не будет.
I don't know anything else about him. Nothing!
I think he's telling the truth, Henry.
Ну ладно. Но это еще не все. Давай, там еще были вопросы.
Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Berghoff.
Ну зачем ты?
You must tell me. You'd never figure anything out like this by yourself. Someone is clearly leading you. Who?
Go to hell!
But you will.
Бери за молот.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
Щипчики. Тоже подходит.
Spit it out. Nice and fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If I... Kurva!
The name, say the name!
Older! Semine!
The groom. That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent. They know nothing!
Gnarly. Agnes. Good Lord.
If you tell him, their bloods will be on your hands.
Von Berghoff isn't a madman. He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
Дай подщечину ему пока. А то еще отключится.
They were our friends.
You filth! What? Satisfied now?
But we're not on von Bergov's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
I'll show you.
Согласен. Мне долго
You
просить не
murdered my
надо.
people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit!
Давай рассказывай.
Damn it, Henry! He's dead now!
Jesus. I just...
Да он в отключке.
Let's get out of here. He's done talking now.
Да в смысле?
How do you feel?
Fuck! This shouldn't have happened! This should never have happened!
Да не ссы ты. Он убил наших.
Well, we got a task and we had to carry it out.
I know, but still, I don't understand what got into you.
Что такое
He
секунд?
told us everything we wanted to know.
Yes, good work. There's some fella called Jan in charge. They occupied Nabokov, and that bastard Istvan joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Semine being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Semine turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it too?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Не, Семине мы сдадим. Это предательство.
Now, there's nothing to be done. We must tell von Bergov what's really going on with Semine.
Don't think he'll be very pleased. Either way, we should go and see him as soon as possible and not drag things out. He's surely already waiting for us impatiently.
Что, он правда умер? Где он там? Тут? Нет, такая-то тюрьма. Чего я не могу? Пытки закончены.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Или я могу прямо отсюда пойти?
Christ, pardon me.
Да давай иди отсюда, кухарка. Не видишь, я спешу. Под ногами только путаешься. Ты сейчас тоже молотком еще доребешь. Будешь так кучеряво базарить. Ой, ниже где-то? Не понял. Сюда, что ли?
Excuse me.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
We got something out of him before he
Before he what?
Well, there's no need to send for the executioner. The captive won't talk anymore. Ever.
I did not tell you to torture him to death. He could still have been useful. Damn. What did you get out of him?
Пиздец. Он сам сказал, что все равно за ним придет палач. Ну, я и пытал со всех сил. Мне надо была информация.
Your suspicions about Semine were correct. We found out young Semine was in it up to his ears.
Which means precisely what?
That he's in league with the bandits. And he left his own wedding just to ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
I don't think so. His disappearance from the wedding wouldn't have caused such a fuss, in that case. Old Semine was quite jarred by it. If he'd known in advance, he'd have acted differently.
That sounds likely.
Фу, ну хоть это получилось.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nebak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now. They'll soon learn what a mistake they've made.
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. But he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
That's all we found out.
Very well then. In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semine and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir.
Nebakov will be next in line.
Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
Так, ладно, выполняем еще это задание и все.
God grant you health.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Should we ride out for Semine?
Wait! We still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone. Von Bergov is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think?
Are you surprised? He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'm going to go to the stables and wait there for our departure. Come with me if you want.
All right. I'll wait with you.
А шея весь в крови, как будто я его там, не знаю, мечом рубил это. А не пытал просто молотком. Тоже такой слабенький, его пару раз порезал, ударил молотком и прищемил пару раз. Все.
Маньяк, садист. Пытатель.
Он изменщик.
Чем он изменщик?
Они на нас напали. Они напали на пана Отто.
А ты тут всю игру вел праведную жизнь.
Так я никого из неверных не убивал, только разбойников.
Скольких ты людей?
Грабил?
Своих, чужих, пофиг, женщин, бабушек.
Не пойман, не вор.
А пойман и не раз.
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. As many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way.
Где моя сивка?
All ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. That's right. What are you wishing for?
Там моя, ну сивка, ну ёпс туда, и ты можешь? Куда они пошли?
Easy, good.
Я могу следовать. Ого. Бригада собралась следовать.
Henry, you and Lord Capon have already been to Semine, haven't you?
Aye. In fact, I'd say I know my way around there pretty well. Why?
It's good to know the place you're going to when there could be trouble, knowing its strengths and weaknesses. Number of men, hiding places. So, I'll be counting on you if things go wrong there.
I hope nothing goes wrong. I don't believe old Semine has joined the bandits. Can I ask you, what actually happened when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know, boy.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if you tell me, maybe we'll learn something that will help us.
I suppose you're right. Even if it is an unpleasant memory.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two. But this was a massacre. They ambushed us from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere, and they showered us with crossbow bolts and God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of devilment it was, but all manner of confusion broke out among our men. And they took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maid servant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him and paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such mettle.
Aye. Others would have shit themselves at his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did you manage to escape?
After the initial chaos, I managed to get a few men together and fight back. We had better armor, we gained a bit of advantage, and they fled.
Just like that?
Aye, it was odd. It seemed once they lost the advantage of surprise, they wouldn't risk it anymore. Or maybe they were going for von Burgo and his captain, thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, the page and the scribe were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own people.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I would. They were masked. But if I see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face, it's clear they were in on it. And then there'll be hell to pay in Semine.
An eye for an eye.
A tooth for a tooth, exactly. And I intend to teach them that nicely.
They showed us no mercy at Rock Tower Pond either. One more thing, Burgrave. Their commander. Was he a big man in armor with a mace?
Aye, a mace. And he was damn good with it. That villain is no ordinary bandit, I'll tell you.
So we had the honor of encountering the same band. And did you see another fella there? Black armor, expensive ornate sword.
I don't think so. But if he's with them, we'll get him. Fear not, lad.
There was this captain. Robard was his name. Good man. He said Justice and his mace would catch up with those bastards. I hope he was right.
You bet he was, but it'll be the two of us who catch up with them. And his very own mace that I pummel...
А чё у них закрыто?
Open the gates for Lord Burgoff's emissaries!
Дед что-то запереживал. Шо, попряталась, все крысы. Где изменник?
It's about time you also let us in.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by?
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
You're right about that. You can stuff your lodgings. I'm interested in that youngster of yours. Where's Older? Are you hiding him?
What do you mean, Hashek?
Don't play games with me. We know everything. He helped ambush Lord von Burgo's company. So where is he?
My Older? But that's...
That's a serious accusation, Hashek. Unless you've got evidence, I'd advise you and your old company to ride back to Trotsky on the double. You two, what's the meaning of this?
Hashek is speaking the truth, sir. We know your son is in league with the bandits, and that he's behind the ambush of Lord von Burgov.
And not just Lord von Burgov.
Yeah, you're mistaken, gentlemen. He was getting married when it happened.
And disappeared from the wedding, long enough before the attack.
But he...
Hand him over to us.
We're not handing anyone over. Where's your evidence?
We have a witness who confirmed that Older was mixed up in the ambush. Lord Semine, if you know anything...
I'm telling you, he had nothing to do with it.
Come now. Do you expect us to believe that?
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But don't take my Older from me.
Ах ты
Where the
сука.
fuck do you think we are? In some market where you can bargain with me? Your son helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over, or this place will be reduced to ashes.
You better listen to him, Lord Semine. This is a serious matter.
Do you not understand me? If you had a son, you wouldn't hand him over to the executioner either.
Keep resisting me, and I can promise he'll never make it to the executioner.
If you try anything, Hashek, I swear.
Shut your mouth, Gnarly. Everyone who's with those bandits is a vile traitor. And everyone helping them as well.
Burgrave Hashek is right, Lord Semine. Your son has committed a serious crime.
And he has to pay for his deeds. If you're innocent in this, stop resisting.
So be it. Do what you must, Hashek. I will not hand Alder over to you willingly.
You've just signed your own death warrant, old man. At them! Smash these treacherous swine, and spare no one!
Protect his lordship!
To arms!
Yep, today. А, это наш. Коряга полег. Кто еще?
Don't spare him!
Дайте мне еще кого-то зарубить.
Is this how you always party?
Semine knew full well he was hiding a murderer. If he'd cooperated, it'd all have ended differently.
You're right. They were covering for a band of murderers here, and old Semine tried to fool us.
Turn the whole fortress inside out and bring me that treacherous swine immediately!
And what should we do with the other people?
Do whatever you want with them. If Alder hears them screaming, maybe he'll come out by himself.
Hashek! You can't do this!
We'll search the fortress, and if Alder is hiding, we'll find him for sure. But we'll do it without any more violence.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want and you'll obey. That's an order!
Yes, sir! Did you hear?
And don't even think of getting in my way.
You murderer! You won't get away with it.
Не так и думал, что все закончится. Что они всех перережут, но... Ух, ёпс туда. Ёпс туда. Это, конечно, жестко. Ёпс. А, дочку? Блядь. Это пиздец.
No one here. I have to go a different way. Where's he hiding? I hope I find him before Hashek's men do.
Leave me alone!
Так, женщина, сиди тут тихонько. Я тебя трогать не собираюсь.
Mercy!
Stop! Not another step!
So you were hiding here?
Fuck! You! You're with them!
Are you surprised? You got mixed up in horrible things, Alder. Ambushing and killing innocent people.
Innocent? You seriously think they were innocent? Puh.
And what exactly did our men do to you, hmm? By Rock Tower Pond?
I didn't know they were yours. We were sure they were from von Berghoff.
So that's what it's about. You're waging a private war against von Berghoff?
Von Berghoff is a swine. A great lord who changes sides at a whim.
He promised to help bring peace and order to this country.
Nonsense. Who was it that had King Wenceslas imprisoned? His League of Lords. He hides behind the law, and at the same time breaks it himself. Just like the rest of the High Lords. It's all the same scum. Von Berghoff, von Rosenberg, Kunstadt, Lichtenberg, or whatever their names are. The thing that bothers me most is he got away from the ambush. At least one of them could have been taken out. One day you'll understand me, Henry. I didn't sell my honor. So go on. What are you waiting for? Kill me. Just like you killed my family.
No way. You were involved in killing and stealing, and you have the deaths of our people on your conscience too. You'll face punishment for that.
Go on then, punish me.
I'm no executioner. You'll be punished by others.
If you give me up, you'll be signing my death warrant just the same.
That's not my concern. We're done here. I'm going for Hashek.
Well now, I must say you pleasantly surprised me. I had some doubts about you, so I came to check on you. I'm glad you refused to listen to this treacherous filth. That I don't have to punish you on the spot.
What happens now? Will we take him to Trotsky?
To Trotsky? This bastard doesn't deserve a trial.
You swine!
But... hey!
This fortress will be reduced to ashes, as a warning to anyone who would stand against Lord von Bergo. And this one can stay here. There's no escape for him anyway.
Надеюсь, я сделал все правильно. Говорю, надеюсь, я сделал все правильно.
Ride back.
А?
Report this to von Bergo.
Ну да, типа мы могли не рассказывать о этом Семине, но он участвовал в нападении на этого Отто. И хер его знает, что они тут замышляют. Его люди напали на наших.
Henry, I know it's not your fault, but I don't know if it was right.
And what were we to do? It was a hopeless situation.
I don't know, but all those people. Not long ago we were dancing with them at the wedding, and now, well, at least von Berghoff ought to be satisfied.
Ладно, сейчас прибудем в замок, поговорим с Отто и заканчиваем на этом. Она как раз сохранится. Ну такое. Непонятно мне как-то до конца. Ну логично подумать. Ну блин, зачем они перерезали всю деревню, весь Семин? Вот это, конечно, было жестко. Люди что, ни в чем не виноваты. Вот этого я не одобряю. Ладно, старый захотел там сына своего защитить. Без боя решил не сдавать его. Поплатился. Ну а люди-то при чем? Бля, еще и дочка этого. Ой, как его звали? Из Троски. Того главного. И горленку перерезали, блядь, за шо?
Но они никого не пощадили, всех убили?
Всех вырезали.
Жалко.
Не, там не жалко всех, ну просто не думаю, что главному из Троски, ну хотя... Не Троски, это куда мы едем, замок Троски, а это Тросковицы. Но не думаю, что ему понравится, что его дочь убили. Ну, сейчас сделаю небольшую запись. Красивенько так скачем. Вообще забыл записать этот стрим. Ну, тут, в принципе, ничего такого интересного нет. Пытки можно было записать. Интересно, а я мог в то время поехать туда и предупредить там, например, ту же самую Агнешку, чтобы она бежала к своим, чтобы ее там не было. Ну, что сделано, то сделано.
You shouldn't be walking around without a light.
Так, что дальше? И вот будет смешно, если он идет в свои покои. А я как дебил за ним просто бегаю. Конечно, твою мать.
I'm sorry.
Так что мы должны типа переночевать? Будет, конечно, интересно. Они ж не убили этого сына. Он там был ранен, и они сожгли весь замок, типа. Если он останется в живых. Как-то типа выберется. Так, а ну сейчас я быстро пописываю, мы поговорим и заканчиваем. Бо я вже не можу.
know where you mean.
You should have seen what Thomas got up to there.
We're back from Semine, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber. Let's go.
Sir, we've returned.
We're back from Semine, sir.
You all look satisfied. What did you discover, Lord Capon?
We found out that Alder was working with the outlaws the whole time, and left his wedding feast to ambush you along with them.
We wanted to arrest that rebel, but his father, Jan, wouldn't give him up peacefully. Unfortunately.
Рассказать об этом всем.
Burgrave Hashek and his men unnecessarily escalated the situation, sir. Old Semine decided to fight back, and it ended in a horrible bloodbath. They're all dead.
Jan of Semine was a traitor. He deserved nothing less.
That may be true. But it is not for you to decide about his guilt. That is up to me! I did not send you to kill my vassals and subjects, damn it!
When it was all over, we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded.
Well, at least something. I hope you have brought him.
The Burgrave gave orders to kill him, sir. Just like his father.
What? You were just supposed to arrest him, nothing more!
But sir, he was dangerous.
Silence! What happened next?
Afterwards, we torched the fortress, as a lesson to anyone who tries to stand against you.
I hope the flames could be seen in Nebakov, so those bastards see what they've got coming.
What happened at Semine must never be repeated. It was slaughter.
I am the only one to decide what may and may not be repeated, boy.
But those were common folk.
Henry!
I do not condone what happened. Subjects mean money. The Burgrave should know better than that.
I know.
But we are at war. Don't forget that. That will be all for now. I will discuss the steps we shall take against Nebakov with Hashek and the Chamberlain. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Of course, sir. I need to clear my head for a while. Come for me in the evening so we can go together.
Хорошо. Так, ну все. Тем мы займемся уже утром. Ой, утром. Каким утром? Что я несу? Займемся потом на следующем стриме. Я, может быть, повыполняю самостоятельно второстепенные задания. Если вы вдруг хотите посмотреть, как я их выполняю, напишите в комментариях, что вы хотели бы увидеть это на стриме. И тогда мы сделаем стрим. Если вам это не интересно, то я пройду это сам, и на стриме мы будем проходить основной сюжет. А на сегодня это все. Не забудьте подписаться на канал, поставить лайк. Всем спасибо, доброй ночи.